Hello YouTube, good morning, welcome back. What are we doing today? How to find area of a triangle. So what if you can't do 1/2 base times height? Like if you have a right triangle, one base is a leg and the height is the other leg because you have that right angle there for the altitude, right, for the height. But you don't always have that. So what do? Well, here's an example straight from the homework page. Okay, so how does this work? Well, you can get the height using SOHCAHTOA if you want. Or you can use the K formula, which is the same thing we found out in class. The K formula from the Chinese menu, right? So what does that mean? Well, let me go to a separate page for a second. K equals, hang on, K equals 1/2 AB sine C. So if B is the base, A sine C is the height. If you do SOHCAHTOA, you could do that. But you can permute this formula just like you do with the law of cosines, right? Remember the law of cosines yesterday? C squared equals A squared plus B squared minus 2AB cosine C. This is also in the Chinese menu, the second column at the top. All right, and the K formula is the Chinese menu's first column on the top, right? So what if you're not looking for big C or little c? Then you can do, I don't know, say you're looking for B. So B squared equals A squared plus C squared minus 2AC cosine angle B, right? What if you're not looking for big B or little b? A squared equals B squared, whoopsie, plus C squared minus 2AB cosine A, right? Okay, we can do the same thing with the K formula. What if you don't have, by the way, K only works with side angle side. A and B are two sides and the included angle C is in between, right? So what if you don't have that? Well, what if you have, let's say, AC sine B? Aha. Or what if you have BC and the included angle A? Right, so you can permute this triangle three different ways, this area formula three different ways, and this law of cosines three different ways. So what do we got here? We've got A and B and C. Aha. Well, wait a minute. I'm on the wrong question. There it is. So we've got A and C and big B. Oh, okay, so I'm going to do this. K means the area of the triangle. They ran out of letters on the cheat sheet. Is 1/2 AC sine big B. So it's AC sine the included angle. And this you can do exactly because it's 1/2 times 2 times 4 times the sine of 45 degrees. For the sine of 45 degrees, you know it. It's, well, let's write it out. It's 1/2 times 2 times 4 times rad 2 over 4, rad 2 over 2. So the half and the 2 cancel, and 2 into 4 is 2, and you get 2 rad 2. And what are the units? Well, A and C are in inches, so A times C is in square inches. And of course, if you put this in your calculator, you're going to get approximately 2.828. I think that's what it was. Square inches. You can plug this in the calculator. We're going to check this on Sage in just 1 minute. Okay. All right. One more example. What if you don't have any angles? Then we use Heron's formula. We say that the area is S times S minus A times S minus B times S minus C square rooted, where S is the semi-perimeter. In other words, add up all the sides and divide that by 2. So if you do that, 9 plus 6 plus 4 is 19 over 2 is 19 halves. Okay, so you could say that this is, let's see, 9 plus 6 plus 4 over 2 is 19 halves, or 9.5, right? So what is S? Let's see. Okay, S is 9.5. What's S minus A? Well, 9.5 minus 9 is 0.5. What's S minus B? Well, it's 9.5 minus 6 is 3.5. And what's S minus C? It's 9.5 minus 4 is 5.5. And we did this on the calculator. We got, what did we get? We got about 9.562. Now, they didn't give you units in this one, so if there's no units in the question, there's no units in the answer, right? Here they gave you units in the question, so there's units in the answer. What if they gave you, I don't know, feet? Notice what you get. You get feet times feet times feet times feet is feet to the 4th. Square root feet to the 4th, you got square feet. All right, so let's check all this on Sage. Let's do number 1 first. All right, so let's open up a Sage. Oh, I didn't do that yet. Sorry. Hang on. I got to start up a Sage worksheet. Whoopsie, I usually do this ahead of time. Come on, CoCalc. All right, so all right, loading. All right, so pre-calculus. That's our project or folder. Let's make a file name of 804 finding area. 804 or triangle areas. All right, and is this a Sage worksheet? Yes, it is. If not, pull this down and click Sage. In that case, I could have done create. All right, so let's do note to self. I usually put my name and the date, and whoops, and what we're doing. Okay, and so first question is, let's see, they gave us side angle side here. In other words, A equals 2 inches, C equals 4 inches, and the angle big B is 45 degrees. You could do this in radians if you want, pi over 4 radians, but we didn't. Okay, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to show the calculation. What was it? I'm going to show this calculation right here. I'm going to get an exact answer and a decimal representation, right? That's all I need Sage to do instead of using the calculator or using Sage. So I'm going to show 1/2, how about we do 0.5, times A, which was 2, times C, which was 4, times the sine of 45 degrees. And what's the problem with this? Well, sine is expecting radians. So convert radians, degrees to radians by multiplying by pi over 180. And let's see what we get. It's going to take a moment to connect. The first time I usually connect this before I start the video. Sorry. Just save a little time. Come on, computer. You can do it. Computer. And now notice what it did. It gave me a decimal version of 2 times rad 2 because I have a decimal here. I guess if I did 1/2, it won't do that because I don't really need all those zeros. Really, come on. And 2 rad 2 square units. Now, what if you want a decimal result? Well, I could just do that and here. I'm going to show it exact and decimal. Don't forget the units are square inches. Of course, we don't have that here. How about we just end this? Is that enough? Let's see. And we said it was 2.828. And there you go. That's enough. Sometimes you need parentheses around this whole mess, right? So, but I guess we're okay. All right, that's it. That was number 7. Number 1 on page 5. You know, I should do this. Number 1 on page 541 is an SAS problem. How about that? That's good. Okay. All right, let's do number 7. Now, number 7 was Heron's formula. That's what this is. And, oh, we didn't do the exact value. Wait, we should do the exact value. The exact value, I want a decimal and the exact value whenever possible in simplest radical and fractional form. Let's finish this off. So area is, well, it's 19 halves times 1/2 times 7 halves times 11 halves. All right, so what is that? Well, look at the denominators. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is 16. Rad 16 is 4. That's the denominator. The numerators, well, 1 isn't prime, but everything else is prime, so you can't really break that down. There's no perfect square that goes into 19 or 7 or 11. So what is 7 times 19? It's 70, and 63 is 133. What's 133 times 11? It's 1330 plus 133 is 1463. So that's the only way I'm going to write that answer exactly. I don't think I can break it down. Let's see what Sage says about this. All right. So we're going to do that same problem in Sage. Don't forget how you do the square root. Square it. Okay, so here we go. So number 7 on page 541 is a side-side-side problem where A is 9, let's say, feet, and B is 6 feet. I added the feet. That wasn't in the question. That's okay. And C was 4 feet. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say S equals A plus B plus C over 2. So 9 plus 6 plus 4 all over 2. And I'm storing it because I'm going to need it later. So how about show s just for fun? Whoops. Lowercase, case sensitive, don't watch out. And did we get the 19 halves? We did. And we could get a decimal out of that if you want. How about that and it? If you want, it should be 9.5. So we're checking that part of our job, our work, right? Okay, so there you go. I don't need that. Let's leave it like that. Okay. And then, whoops. And then let's show the squirt. Okay, so show the squirt of, now what was it, 9.5 times 0.5 times 3.5 times 0.5, no, 5.5. And these are all exact values, so it's not going to give me an exact answer here. Let's see what it gets. And no, give me the decimal. All right, because I put everything in decimals. Okay, so there's a way to get the decimal answer. Put everything in decimals. How do you get the exact answer? Well, how about we write this? Show the squirt of, okay, 19 halves times 1 half times 7 halves times 11 halves. And that should give me the exact answer, which was the square root of 1463 over 4. That's it, perfect. All right, so we checked all our work. And if you want to be crazy about it, I guess I could do this. And you're done. Nice. I like it. Okay, so that's it for today. Just checking our work. Bye-bye, YouTube. Hope that was helpful. Don't forget your homework tonight. Page, where did my homework go? Page 541, multiples of 10. Okay, bye-bye, YouTube.